Secretary told Good Morning Britain this morning the government is working very hard to secure the release of Nazanin Zaghari-Ratcliffe after the news emerged that she has had her UK passport returned by the Iranian authorities.
Nazanin's MP is Tulip Siddiq, and she joins us now.
Morning.
Obviously, Ms Siddiq, we've had many false dawns on this story. We've seen this poor woman released from prison and then taken back into prison and then released and then taken back. It's gone on and on and on. Do you feel, though, that this is a genuine cause for optimism, the fact that she's got her passport back, and at the same time there are strong rumours that the £400 million that the British government owed the Iranian government has been paid, which would explain why the passport has been returned? How do you feel about it this morning?
Morning, Richard. As you say, it's been a long campaign, lots of false dawns, but I do feel a lot more hopeful this time than I have in the previous 6 years that we've been fighting this campaign. And I can tell you, Richard, just kind of hot off the press, if you like, I've just spoken to Richard and he thinks there will be a major development and announcement around 10 o'clock today, 10 a.m. in the morning. So obviously, let's stand by and listen to what that is. What I would say is that Nazanin was contacted over the weekend by the Revolutionary Guards in Iran and the Ministry of Intelligence and called in for questioning. She was very apprehensive when she first went there, and after quite a long conversation and some scare tactics, she was actually given her British passport back, as you say. Now, she was astonished because she's technically on a travel ban. She served her 5 years, then she had another year added on to her sentence, and then she was meant to be on a travel ban this year. So she was very surprised to receive her British passport. She was told when she left the questioning that she shouldn't book her own flight. So she's now at home waiting anxiously for a knock on the door, seeing what they have to say and whether she can get back on a flight to the UK.
Well, if her husband, who has been very, very cautious in all of his public statements on this, and rightly so, and understandably so, if her husband has told you to expect a major announcement in about an hour and 15 minutes, that is a very encouraging sign, isn't it?
It is a very encouraging sign, and I just hope for the sake of both my constituents, Nazanin and Richard, and my very young constituent, Gabriella, that it is good news. I don't know if it will be the end of this whole sorry episode, but I do know that Richard sounds more hopeful and happier than I've heard him sound in 6 years of fighting this case, as you say, relentlessly with him. As you know, he went on 2 hunger strikes, has constantly lobbied the 3 prime ministers that we've dealt with and the 5 foreign secretaries that we've dealt with in the last 6 years. So I really hope for his sake it is good news and that she is back home. You mentioned the debt earlier, Richard, and what I would say on the debt is that Nazanin was told directly by someone in even prison that the reason she was being imprisoned is because of our failure to pay the debt. So for me, I think there has been some movement on the debt. Otherwise, we wouldn't be sending a negotiating team to Tehran from Britain.
I quite agree with you. Well, if you say your prayers, if anybody prays out there, send a prayer up for good news at 10 o'clock.
Yeah,
oh, God,
thank you so much. He needs his wife back and that little girl needs her mum back as soon as possible. Fantastic.